So now it's time for our special guest. And joining us today is someone who knows sound inside and out. And we're thrilled to welcome Mark Hockey, the product and training lead for Harman, who's here to talk about the latest in JBL's world-class audio. Like the new JBL Tour Pro 3s, from mind-blowing sound quality to cutting-edge tech, he's the guy with the inside scoop on what it takes to create earbuds that really hit the high notes.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the podcast family. It's great to see you. Got to say, Suzi, it makes things a bit easier, doesn't it, when the tech that is the sponsor of our podcast is actually outstanding. You've done a great job. What is your role at JBL, Mark?
Well, I'm also a senior PR lead as well. So one of my jobs is to make our products, not only sound amazing, but also, work amazingly and put them in the right people's hands as well, from that perspective. So, realistically, I don't actually do any of the design work. We leave that to our acousticians and our special designers and our ergonomic designers and our industrial designers. But obviously we get to see the product really early, so I'm one of the people that get to listen to them really early and help the company really refine what we do in terms of sound quality.
You say there, Mark, that you weren't involved with the design, but can you just talk us through the design philosophy?
Well, this is the third generation of the Tour Pro 3s. So effectively, what we did is we used to have a very early product called the Tour Pro, which was designed for customers who really wanted to basically travel with a very high quality in-ear headphones, but that was a few years back. And then a couple of years ago, we launched the first generation with the display system in it. So effectively, customers could easily interface with all the functions and the features on the charging case. And, so effectively where we are now is we have this really high precision display that enables you to control absolutely everything on the product.
What about the sound? Because obviously JBL has got a reputation for high quality sound. Can you explain the process of tuning and calibrating the sound for the Tour Pro 3?
Yeah, absolutely. JBL as a consumer brand has been making products now for way over 80 years. So we've been making sound to entertain everybody at any level, whether it's a pair of headphones or whether it's the biggest stadiums or cinemas or studios in the world. And therefore we have this sort of really high quality level of research which we update, and we have white papers actually produced on this as well. And this enables us to really look at how customers actually listen to music, how customers actually prefer to listen to music. So in these instances, some of the research which we've done across all of our headphones over the years basically gives us the ability to really fine-tune these products and match a customer's audio requirement almost straight away. In addition to that, what we also then is we have a load of functions where you can really customize the product as well, and that will give you the best possible sound for you personally.
And what was the challenge like in creating an effective adaptive noise cancelling technology in such a tiny compact form, if you like?
Absolutely. Obviously we've had to miniaturize all the microphones that are actually on the earbuds themselves, and we actually use 3 microphones per side effectively. So we have 2 external microphones looking to reduce all the noise, and then we have one actually inside the earbud itself, which then also looks at all the noise that's still inside your ear canal, if you like, and then that helps us to actually balance the sound quality perfectly, or the noise cancellation, perfectly, from what's going on outside to what's going inside your ear. And the calibration, the algorithms which we produce to do that, give you the best possible match for every environment that you're in. So the adaptive sound quality literally looks at everything from the noise level that you're in, the frequency levels you're in, the repetition of that sound around you, and then effectively from that point gives you the best possible noise cancellation we can give you.
Mark, I tell you, one of the features that I think's really cool is this feature. So I've got these plugged into my desktop PC via USB-C, and then I'm able via Bluetooth from this actual case to listen to the output of you guys speaking, which I've never come across that before. I think it's an amazing feature. You can also do it via USB-C to 3.5mm jack, or the other way around actually. So there are myriad ways of connecting it to your hardware, which I've not really seen before. I think it's an amazing thing.
No, it's not unique, but we're very there are very few brands that actually do this type of technology. And also, Jason, just to let you know, it's actually we're not using Bluetooth when we use a rebroadcast function, from the case. We're actually using a digital broadcast system.
Are you?
Yeah, so it's completely uncompressed, and therefore, if you're using it with the sort of high-resolution audio requirements, things like, say, less Tidal, Amazon HD, etc., that type of stuff, then effectively it's completely uncompressed. So you can get true high-resolution audio, absolutely lossless. Absolutely, yeah.
I was a big fan of Tidal at one point, and there are so many great offerings now, aren't there? And sometimes, you get a new phone or you do a deal and you end up getting free access to one of the platforms, and that normally drives my purchasing decision. But Tidal, as a bit of an audio file, you can see I've got the instruments. I'm really into my music. Actually, I love the concept of getting the absolute best version of whatever, album or 12-inch. And the fact that these can make use of that is really important. And I didn't want to interrupt, guys, but the noise cancellation is particularly good. I won't say which ones, but I had another brand of something similar literally moments before listening to the same musical source when I first put these in, and the noise cancelling function of the Tour Pro 3s was superior. It was immediately obvious to me.
Well, so, I mean, obviously the big advantage of really good noise cancelling as well is it means that it puts you in that quiet bubble. So it relaxes you, enables you to listen to, concentrate more on your music. Obviously, your fabulous Gadget Show podcast, whatever you're listening to from that perspective. But also, it means that you can also turn the volume down a little bit as well. So you don't have to have stuff really loud in your ears, even though you might be in a loud environment. You can have it at a much lower level and really enjoy the precision within that audio as well.
Yeah, that's always good to be so immersive in whatever you're doing. It does enable you to concentrate more. Jace just mentioned the case, which I'm wondering if it is unique, actually, the case, because it's beautifully styled with the little screen. How much of a challenge was that in terms of engineering consideration? And I just find like doing it on such a small scale.
Yeah, it's been quite a challenge from that point of view. I mean, obviously, when we launched the very first generation, we had a few learnings from that point of view to basically give a better screen on the second generation, to give a wider range of functions and features, and also improve the sort of handling of the screen, the way they actually operated, where you needed to change the logos. We needed to change the way that you could actually operate all the little functions and features simply and easily. And also, we now give you a wider range of functions and features on the screens as well. So that's made quite a big difference. But yeah, we're the only mainstream manufacturer making any product like this at all with these integrated screens into the charging cases. And obviously, I mean, the nice thing is that it really means that when you're using the product on a day-to-day basis, no matter what you're using the product with, whether it's a phone, a tablet or a PC, maybe something that doesn't actually have an application where you can easily find and fine-tune the functions and features of the product, here you can do that. You can literally just pick the case up, a couple of swipes, and you can change from spatial audio to normal audio to all that sort of stuff. You can change everything, so it's very simple from that perspective.
That's good stuff. It's a really complete package.
Yes, absolutely. It's a huge tech fest wrapped around a fantastic sounding pair of headphones.
The other thing is, and this is really important for me, because I actually don't normally like having things stuck inside my ear hole. And I know I go on about it a lot, but the comfort of these is quite extraordinary. I've worn them on really long flights recently, and they've not bugged me at all. And they've just obviously it comes with lots of different sizes for you to, change depending on the size of your ear hole. Like Jason's probably got, a bigger fitting than my tiny little mouse ear. But in terms of engineering that, how did that plan out?
Well, again, what we do is we have to scan thousands and thousands of ears. So from an ergonomic point of view, basically what we have to do is from that research point, we have to literally look at thousands of people's ears, measure those ears, make mouldings of those ears, and then what we do is it creates almost like an average fit for the best possible fit. And then what we've also done is we've given you slightly oval tips, because your ear canals actually aren't perfectly round, they're slightly oval. So the oval tips fit better as well, and then we give you a selection of either silicon-sized tips, and we also have more of a compressed type, sort of memory type foam tip as well. So, depending on what works best for you, and it's all about the fit. If it fits perfectly, it's going to sound perfect, and it will also isolate you perfectly for noise cancellation as well. And that's why we have not only a great fit in terms of the ergonomics of the product, but also actually in the app that is the companion app within the headphones as well, we have a function called a fit check. So effectively, when you actually first put the headphones on, one of the things you can actually do is you can check how the fit is. It checks a seal around all the ear canal as well to give you, again, the best possible fitting, which will in turn give you the best possible sound and noise cancellation.
Can you foresee a future, or maybe some functionality for this version, where you could store music on the case so that if you've not got a signal, you can still listen to it?
So that's not something which we're going to initially planning on doing. Obviously, it's all feedback is always taken on board. So we'll go back to the design team and sort of mention this. But I would say probably not at the moment, because obviously so many listeners, if you like, are listening to such a variant of different material from different sources, and that's one of the real benefits of these headphones, is you can listen to it on all your different sources very simply and easily. I don't think we'd ever have a time really where we'd expect to see memory stored into the product. But it is something we could look at in the future, definitely.
Can you tell us about any other new innovations that are coming out? JBL, is there anything that we could, reveal on our podcast?
There's always new stuff coming up, so basically you have to watch this space. I mean, with headphones, realistically, these have only just been launched, so we've got nothing new to talk about effectively right now. But obviously, it's a continuation in terms of process of the way we actually work with these products. And obviously, because these are app-driven as well, and therefore you can update them as well. So if there are any new functions or features or changes that we want to make on this, then we can do that fairly easily with over-air updates as well. I mean, one of the things I would say as well, that the product also carries something called Auracast. And Auracast is a Bluetooth-based technology that's just being started to install by a number of manufacturers, but we're one of the leading manufacturers in it. So we have it in some of our speakers, some of our party boxes, and now our headphones as well. And what it means simply for this product is that it can rebroadcast to another pair of Auracast-based headphones or another speaker if you want to. So you could literally go from just two of you watching a tablet nice and easily and watching exactly the same movie, exactly the same time with effectively the same headphones. That's nice and simple. But you could also start a party with these headphones, so you could broadcast your music through your headphones to one of our other speakers, and all of those speakers then be joined together. So if you wanted to fill a room with sound started from your headphone party, you can do that.
It's a really cool feature. I absolutely love it. And it's part of a really strong feature set. Congratulations. It's a great product. Thank you, Mark.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, as always.